Yeah.
Huh? Oh, hi guys. Reason why I'm using I'm talking about Damac Islands is that it's a new master plan. I think anytime there's a new master plan, we should discuss the opportunity. That's why I've come to talk about the opportunity. I think the next, how many more master plans can there potentially be? For example, I think next year, yes, I'm expecting the Polo Club by EMA, the Heights by EMA. There's a new master community, new phase of Expo that's coming up, but that's definitely something we should look into as well. So I made this very, I'm excited about two things. One is the mohammedzohaib.com, and I hope you guys should check it out and let me know your feedback. What do you think about it? I spent almost 9 months just to get a nice, clean website. Um, I've hired staff to make sure that it functions properly. This that people, because I had a lot of complaints about the customer service part, and I think customer service is key. So people who didn't have a nice experience, they couldn't reach me. It's like someone commenting, and I'm unable to see the comment. Okay, so yes, I hope it really helps to improve the experience. Last one question that am I missing the chat? How do I see the chat? Now, one question that I really wanted to answer. See, I was supposed to make this video on. It's fine. It'll come.
Yeah.
Okay. So one video I was supposed to make on was the business bay offices, commercial versus residential. I'm sorry I didn't make that video. Why I didn't make that video is that I've been hunting for an office myself. So a 2000, so I wanted something between 2,500 and 3,000 square foot. And the prices in Business Bay for something between 2,500 and 3,000 dirham, 3,000 dirham per square foot is anywhere between 650 and 800,000 dirhams per annum. And the price is around 8 million dirhams. And I was like, so that's, so what happened is I happened to meet a very nice consultant. He was from the UK. So I told him that, hey, listen, once we finalize the office, I'm going to invite you into a podcast and you're going to talk about commercial properties and the values and discuss different commercial opportunities in business space. So I have you in mind. As soon as I finalize the office and everything, then I'm going to bring this expert on board because see, I think there are different fields of Dubai real estate. There's Are you sure something? The comments are not okay. Okay, so okay, so where was I? Commercial. So I think so. There are different sections of Dubai real estate. You've got commercial. Commercial is not just the offices. You've got if someone wants to. Oh, thanks, Reggie. I did put a lot of effort to it. I'm so happy you liked it because it was so hard. Now finding a good consultant for even a website is not easy. I think I spent a lot of money. So there were some companies who said they were the best in Dubai, and I really lost a lot of money amongst this. Finally there was someone who resonated with my wavelength, and he actually delivered something beautiful. I was very happy about it. I liked it. So this is just a personal website. There'll be a commercial website as well, and but just to improve the efficiency of just communication with investors. So we are talking about Damac Islands. So Damac Islands, see, point number one, new master plan. Okay. So let's just think Damac Lagoons. So last year, if you see, I never spoke about Damac Lagoons because I thought people missed the bus. The people who invested in the first cluster of Damac Lagoons, how they made a lot of profit. I think you have a similar opportunity over here, where if you invest in the first cluster, first few clusters, you have this opportunity. But I've compared it with Valley. I think Valley Phase Two is Valley has always been one of my favorite investments because I know that area really well. I don't know if I've mentioned it to you guys, but I live in Villanova, so that I live in Villanova. My son studies in Silicon Valley. Okay, here we go. Hi, Zohaib. Out of topic question. What are your thoughts on Ellington's projects in Bukadra Maidan Horizon and their premium prices as an investment opportunity across the different projects? Oh, no, good, good. This is good. You don't have to ask about Damac Islands. We can talk about anything. No, see, I love Ellington. Okay, I think Ellington, in terms of quality, have has killed it. And in fact, I have a lot of investors who literally ask me, "Okay, Zohaib, we want to invest in quality. Where do we invest?" So I'll tell you how my order goes. It goes like, okay, let's check out Ellington, and plus a lot of them want to move in quickly, so we check out Ellington, we check out Expo, we check out Shoba. So that's how my order sort of goes. Recently, actually, I found some other really nice developers as well. Arada, the one in Dubai Harbour, again, the quality is fantastic. Okay, so to answer your question, I think Ellington is great as an end user product, but as an investment, I don't know, because I think their art paint Jetaf also was really quite uh, heavily priced. Maidan, in terms of performance, I don't know. I don't think it's. I think it's more end user and less investor because the prices are really steep. Hope that answered your question. Now, Ellington is going to come up with multiple projects in Dubai Islands, back to back. I think there will be at least 4 to 5 projects. So I'm really excited about that. If an Ellington in a location like Dubai Islands, I think will be a fantastic investment. So I'll be sitting with their team on Monday and getting all that information. So there'll be some videos upcoming on Ellington in Dubai Islands. I think the upcoming videos, yes, Ellington, Dubai Islands, Palm Jebel Ali. I think these are some investments that I'm really excited about. So about the Mac Islands, I think there are a couple of products. There's the 4 and the 5 beds. Okay, we go. Christian Andrew D'Souza, which is the best and most luxurious destination in Dubai? I see apartments and business big going for crazy prices, but never get the luxurious vibe there. Good point. I have asked this myself. Like, for example, the Dorchester collection, the prices are just unbelievable. I'll tell you, see, there's this billionaires avenue, not the billionaires housing, the villas, but the location in front of downtown, that canal. So it has the Nobu residences, it has Cipriani residences, um, they have the Cavalli Couture. So I think that's quite but the luxurious vibe, yes, I don't think there's much of a luxurious, I mean, vibe as of now. Maybe once the projects are developed, they should have. Palm Jumeirah definitely has the vibe of an ultra luxury destination. Um, luxury destination. Now, for example, One Zabil. Now, One Zabil is luxury. When I went to One Zabil, that gave me the vibe of luxury. That was quite interesting. I think Dubai is just getting there in terms of ultra luxury. We're just getting there because it's only now that sort of crowd is coming to Dubai. So One Zabil, Dorchester Collection, Royal Atlantis, Bulgari Residences. These are some of those initial ultra luxury products that came to the market. Cavalli Couture. Now, Cavalli, if you notice, the design's completely changed. It's now aligned to the market that's coming to Dubai. SG, what are your current thoughts on JLT for studios and 1 bedrooms? There's now W Residences, Marriott, and Mercer House. I like JLT. Okay, again, fun fact. I remember relocating the CFO of Microsoft back in 2017. So when he first came, he moved in August. He moved in from Canada, and he was like, "I hate Dubai. I want to go back in a year's time. I just came here because it helped my promotion process." I think it's been what 5, 6, 7 years. They've never left Dubai. And they live in JLT. They observed all the locations and they love JLT because right downstairs you have the nurseries, the retail, the coffee shops, the restaurants. Great place to walk, great place to jog. I think if you choose the right product, right price, maybe upgrade it a bit. I think it's a good investment. It's a safe investment. It's a good location. Airpro, what are your thoughts about Bengati? Oh my God, that's a tough one. That's a tough question. See, I liked Bengati in 2021 when they were selling products. I think the last Bengati product that I sold was Bengati Nova, it was called. And they were selling like one beds around 650,000 rims, so that was my Bengati go-to, my go-to Bengati place. When someone told me, hey, I want high ROI, I'm like, hey, let's go to Bengati, and we used to get these one beds for 650,000. And so that was my idea of JVC and Bengati. So for me, JVC was Bengati. Silicon Oasis Bengati was like, a shocker because it wasn't very ideal, but they've come a very long way. And but their projects in JVC were quite nice, especially if you're near Circle Mall. I think Bengati offers you some of the highest ROIs, at least then. Now things have changed a bit. Um, Elite Echoes, your thoughts on Imtiaz? Can they be the next Ellington in terms of quality? Elite Echoes, see, nobody can replace anyone. Everyone has their own benefits. No one's going to replace Imar. No one's going to replace Nakil. No one's going to replace Ellington. Ellington is a brand. You cannot replace a brand. Like you cannot replace Mohammed Zohaib. So they won't be replaced, of course. And you must understand, Ellington is run by the ex-CEO of Emar. Can you imagine the powerhouse of experience that guy brings onto the table? Of course not. Imtiaz is at the level of developers like Iman. It's at who else is Iman, Imtiaz. I think these two guys are really bringing in a mark of quality, which is fantastic, which is great job done. That's what we need. That's what the Dubai market needs. Leos, Iman, Imtiaz. These guys are bringing that wave of let's bring in quality at a good price, which is fantastic. I love that. I love that fact. And because I get very happy when people speak good about investments in Dubai. It feels good. Salman Qureshi. Would you rather invest in a V75 overlooking the water in Damac Islands for 18 million or a five-bedroom in Palm Jebel Ali for 19 million? Out. That hurt, Salman. That was very personal. That was like a boom. Um, okay, see, both. You must look at it this way, okay, Salman. How much time do you really think Palm Jebel Ali is going to take? And I'm going to see, from Monday onwards, I don't know if you know, but I've onboarded an Emirati, Mohammed Al Jabri, and we are going to specifically talk about the Palm. Okay, Palm Jebel Ali. It's a brilliant product, but we are going to discuss timelines. Okay, and supply. You must understand how many villas are going to come out there, and do you realize that it takes time? See, Palm Jumeirah, there was a phase 2013 where the villa prices were like 13 million, and then it went towards higher. Now it's 25 million. So it takes time, right? Because the supply is quite high. Now this V75, we're looking at what, 120 V75s and 54 V55s, right? Very less supply, and the floor plan also is very different, right? Have you been to one of these basements? It's unbelievable. Like the V75 had like some 12 car parking space. It had that revolving parking, which you could park your Bugatti or your fancy classic Shelby Mustang. You had that steam sauna in. You had the bar, maybe not a bar, Majlis. It's unbelievable. The floor plan you cannot beat. So in terms of trading, both are fantastic products. I don't think there's a comparison. I think both are excellent products. Let's put it this way. Okay. But I think the supply of Damac Highlands is a lot lesser. Hence, if I want like a maximum leverage in a short span of time, like a 3-year span, I would go for, it depends on my objective, right? I would go for like the Damac Islands. and if I'm okay for long term or a small profit. Like, see, Palm Jebel Ali cannot take a big jump immediately because it's a massive supply. Now, if I want to trade it 1 million, 2 million, yes, I can make. But if I want that big jump, like, okay, invest in 19 million, sell it at 25 million, I think I'll have to wait because there'll be a lot of supply. And that's all I'm going to talk about because I love Palm Jebel Ali and I'm going to talk a lot about Palm Jebel Ali. Okay. So, April, what are your thoughts about Ellington's escrow account issue? Big issues. Oh my God. I lost so many clients because of the documentation issue. That is a very big issue, and that's a very dangerous topic to discuss. So, for a very long time, as you know, I haven't spoken about Ellington because of these issues that I faced. This was in when Ellington had that project in JLT. I loved the project, what is it called? Uprise, high rise. Okay. Anyway, that project in JLT, full Jumeirah Islands. So JLT, my favorite product was actually Ellington because the pricing was also perfect. But the SPA alone took more than 6 months. And I had some really high end buyers, like, really serious investors, and they were like, this is unprofessional. And so I lost some not I lost the investor, and I didn't enjoy the process. And so yeah, it is a bit concerning. And I'm sad that PC people are unaware of these things. Like, a lot of developers take money directly it's just like, if you see a LinkedIn, they will trust and they'll invest, and that's ethically a bit unfair. But that is why I'm having the meeting on Monday, just to understand if everything is in place. That's why I was surprised with Cinia. I expected that Cinia, the escrow account was already ready. I was really surprised that. So I will go on Monday. I'll check if the escrow is ready, and then, because I'm really excited about the Ellington and Dubai Islands, if the escrow is ready, I think we should really consider that. What are your thoughts on Vanguard by Frank Miller and Marina? The location is not, see, Frank Miller makes watches. I think they should stick to it. It's a good business. I think people pay a lot of money for their watches, and it's a great business model. I think leave making houses to people like Emar. I think that's a good idea to start with. Like Lamborghini, Lamborghini should make cars, not houses. Bentley, beautiful cars. This was being sarcastic. I hope you understood my point. I'm trying to be less controversial, and I'm tired of enemies. Now I want to make friends. So, um, I hope the top developer also starts focusing on quality, like the new developers. Cuff, gypsum, Fizuk, yes, gypsum, cream. The gypsum, especially. Oh my God, that top guy. There was a top project in one of the top locations, and it broke my heart. I was like, why would they do that in that location, right in front of the fountain and right in front of the big boy? And so, it did hurt a lot. But no, I think they are, because now the market's changed. Everyone's rich, everyone's happy. And if they don't focus on quality, it's going to drop because the new consumer is very picky. So they are working on it. SG, considering long term as a short term rental as a foreign investor, if you don't have a local bank account, is it impossible to set up property for Airbnb as you can't set up Diva, etc.? Um, see, we can open up a savings account, So FAB has VIO. There's a product called VIO. So that you can set up a savings account even if you're not a resident. So I think that can be sold out. That should not be a problem. And is it? Would you consider coming if you come by? We could open up a bank account and set up a trade license. Setting up a trade license costs you like 15,000 dirhams. It's the easiest thing in Dubai to set up a company and set up a business. In 2 hours, the other day I had a client come down from US. I think we opened up his trade license in Maidan free zone for in 2 hours. We spent around 21,000 dirhams. We needed a free zone holding account, trade license, and then we take care of the bank account. We just sign the documents, leave. We take care of the bank account. But let's suppose you're unable to travel to Dubai. You should consider Fab Bank VIO. It's a beautiful product. You can open a savings account. AirPro, Ellington, they have 6 plots in Maidan. I don't understand Maidan, I don't, it's nice, but it's okay. It's like, again, for me, end user place, this, it's not like everyone's dying to go to Maidan, Yes, people go to the race course, rich people go to the race course, but those people who place bets on horses are clearly not living in apartments, most of them at least, unless there's real estate agents who go over there to hunt for clients. Apart from that, it's a nice place, it's quiet, it's peaceful. But communities rock. People want you want community. You want to live in a community. That's the whole idea. Ahmed Imad, thanks Zohaib. Which is better in Arabian Ranches 3 in Bliss, three-bed corner townhouse, single row overlooking community street, not the highway, or middle townhouse overlooking landscape and kids area? Oh my god, I hate it when people ask me, "Hi Wendy, how are you?" Hi Wendy, nice to meet you. Okay, so have you gone through the floor? You must visit a place. Let's put it this way. Let me put this way. Let me put an experience. So my surgeon who did the surgery for my nose, okay, not a nose job. I had this thingy related to sinuses. Okay, so he bought. He wanted to live himself. He bought in Bliss. He saw Bliss. He was so disappointed that it was too small for him, and so he ended up going and buying in Pulse beachfront in Dubai South. And I was like, why would you buy in Pulse? It's so far away. He's like, I wanted a bigger floor plan. So because the Bliss ones, they don't even have that garden. It's like straight onto the park. So it depends on the price, Ahmed. A, go look at the Bliss. B, make sure that you're happy with the floor plan, and C, it depends on the price. So if it's good, go for it. Of course, Urban Ranches 3 is a beautiful community, but there are other products in look at a June, for example, or Kaya is expensive. One of my best friends bought Kaya, and it was a really good investment. So Bliss, really see Bliss first. Um, okay. In Damac Island, if I get one four-bedroom townhouse in the first phase and I want to resell it around 2028, how much can I get in ROI? Okay. Are you talking about ROI or ROE? If you want to sell it in 2028, I think the price, because if you look at four beds in that location, like if I look at a Sherry Woods or if I look at a Mira, one of my, again, very close friends told me to tell good about Mira because they bought in Mira. Mira is great, okay? In that entire area, that's the only EMAR community. It's a great community, okay? Very nice community. I hope you guys are listening to this. I spoke well about Mira. I was threatened in school as I'm dropping my son, and they're like, "Listen, you spoke negative about Mira. Never do it again. Speak nice about Mira." So okay, so what I think is right now the four beds are over there between 4.6 and 5 million. I think we can achieve that. That if you want to even go conservative, 4 million, I think the prices should go to. Um, what are okay, Wendy? What do you think about three-bedroom duplex on Senior Island, Coraline? Wendy, you've already invested in Shobha. We love Shobha. I I think City Island is going to be great. I love the master plan of City Island, and I don't know if you've seen my video where I went to City Island. I loved it over there. So two of my favorite destinations in Dubai. One was always Fujairah. I don't know why. I always loved Fujairah. So it's my sort of weekend escape is Fujairah. And now, and after seeing Sinia, I was like, so beautiful, like natural mangroves, natural island, Shobha's construction, limited supply. I think it's a beautiful place. So any product in Sinia, Vendi, it's going to be beautiful. Um, Jalal Basumi, what are your thoughts on of Imar Beachfront 2027 per square foot? Many thanks. Jalal, Imar Beachfront is a fantastic location. It's beautiful. It's prices, Jalal. I think it's already quite high. I don't know how high further it would go. Like the other day, I was looking at an Airbnb. It was sad to see that the Airbnb of Dubai Marina was performing better than Emaar Beachfront, and they had to really reduce the price to compete with. And that's not fair because the prices of Emaar Beachfront are a lot higher compared to the prices in Dubai Marina. So I think, see, if see it's already at what, 5,500 dirham per square foot. I don't know, Jalal. I don't know how further higher it could go. I know there are a lot of people who said it'll go up to 10,000 dirham per square foot. I don't see the value of 10. I wouldn't see the value of it going towards 10,000 per square foot. So I think we've reached the peak. I think personally, I think Emaar beachfront has peaked. Like downtown, like Marina, it's quite peaked. Unless there's something exquisite there, but AirPro, Shobha 1 now selling 40/60 payment plan. What are your thoughts? See, Shobha 1, I don't know if you know, but that entire section is being demolished. Earlier, it was all those garages, so it's being demolished. If you get a unit facing the Russell Core Sanctuary, I think it could be a really good buy. But try facing the sanctuary. The view is amazing. Um, Ahmed Imad, what is the expected price for a good 4 BHK islands away from bulk deals? Even singular, Imad, 4 bedroom, 2.6 million. You can't go wrong with, it's, I think the prices can reach close to 4 million, Imad, by the time of handover, because in that area, that are the prices. In Sherry Woods, I saw 4 beds up to 4.6 million. I think around 4 million is something you can easily achieve, conservative. If you're lucky, of course, it's always better to get more, but I think 4 million is an achievable target. Um, Priyanshu, he's okay. Priyanshu, Priyanshu, good to see you doing great. I don't know if you remember me, but we connected in 2021 regarding credit cards. Oh boy, okay. No. Salman Qureshi, I hope we are going to get a chance to hear you talk about Damac Islands as an investment opportunity soon. I made a video, Salman. There's a video, a whole series of in. See, it's not fair. You didn't watch my channel. It hurts, Salman. Priyanshu, I don't have any credit cards. I don't have credit cards. I don't have loans. I'm purely on cash. Um, SG, ignoring ROE, what is a good expectation on ROI for studios for tier one, tier two in Dubai? Now, SG, we can achieve, for example, I spoke about that Jumeirah Garden City. I think if you pick up a studio at 900,000, you could potentially make around 10%. It's fantastic. That location, I think, is going to do really well by the time it's ready. In Furjan is an area that's doing quite well in terms of limited supply. I think it's doing really well in terms of ROI. Again, close to 10%, 8 to 10%. It honestly, if you invest at the right price, I'll give you another example. See, I was hiring somebody from the UK, and I told them, okay, I'll take care of your accommodation. And that was the biggest mistake I did, because then I started looking at accommodation in Business Bay. A studio near Bay Square is a studio in Bay Square is being rented at 100,000 dirhams. A studio. And I was looking around Business Bay, the cheapest studio is 75,000 dirhams. So imagine you just buy at the right price. Um, fares, fares. In your Damac Island video, you compared to Sherrywoods, but the sizes are not comparable for Tata. Please clarify. Fairs, see, I was just giving an example of pricing. See, if see, of course, Sherrywoods, the price has touched what 4.2 to 4.6 million. The size of a Sherrywood is around 2,600 square foot. The size of a Damac Island is 2,200 square foot. I think if we, that's why I was telling people realistically can go towards the 4 million mark. Right now, um, Arabian Ranches 3 Sun, a 3 bed, which is 1,950 square foot, the prices have touched 3 million. The 4 beds have touched 4 million. The sizes are a lot smaller. Same thing with Villanova, Dubai properties. I mean, I would have never imagined the prices of Villanova, La Rosa touching 3 million, but it has. So I think that is why, I believe it can go towards the 4 million mark. Burak, what are your thoughts on the project Cove Edition 2 by Imtiaz and DLRC, where a 2 bedroom is selling at 1.265 and a 50/50 payment plan? See, I'm yet to study that location. I need to go there. See, for me, DLRC was Skyports. So two destinations that were considered affordable. Let's say someone with a salary bracket of around 15,000 dirhams. If he wants to buy something, he could consider this. I'm talking about 2 years ago. He could consider three locations. One is International City, Silicon Oasis, uh, or DLRC. On the other side of town, there were Sports City, JVC. And then on further down is DIP. So these were the destinations of someone who was earning around 15,000 dirhams if he wanted to take up a mortgage, buy a property, to consider these locations. So it is not exactly the most high-end areas, right? But now I recently saw the rentals are quite high in these locations. I need to study what the rentals are, what the market is. Maybe a short-term rental market won't work. A long-term rental market can work. So I'll definitely, but I'll definitely have to look into these areas, because now see, plots are over in Dubai, right? All the prime location plots are over. I think JVC is also almost done. Arjan will be done very soon. That's why people jumped into Science Park. That's why people are hunting new locations at this stage. Very soon, master plans will be done in Dubai. There'll be no more master plans, because for a master plan, you need 10 million square foot. Which developer is going to invest that kind of money into infrastructure? So that is why master plans are very important investment products. I need to check DLRC. I will check DLRC and I'll update you guys on this location. Meet Vijay, what are your thoughts on which location to choose for ready property with high potential from Airbnb? Now, I was doing this, so now I've explained this as well. Because of the war situation, a lot of people are moving in from Jordan, Iraq, Iran. A lot of people are moving to Dubai, and they need some sort of income. So we were suggesting, so in downtown, there are a lot of these apartments that are on 3 year, 4 year, 5 year payment plans. So I found this very good deal in Forte downtown. It was a two bed, 48th floor, full sea view. And I have to just pay 1.6 million now, move into the property and pay the rest in about I'm not sure, 2 or 3 years' time. I thought that was a very good deal, so we can start income immediately, pay 1.6 million, start income immediately. So something like that, where you can move in and pay, let the Airbnb pay for itself, something like that. Um, Vinu, good evening, sir. What do you think about the South Bay project? Vinu, I think the South Bay now. So there was a news report saying there's a undersupply in the market. Now, don't get angry with me. Let me clarify. Undersupply for townhouses with a big and good floor plan. Okay, so it's very difficult to get. Now, for example, I was telling the story of that surgeon. The surgeon wanted a nice big house. He had to go all the way to Pulse Beachfront for a ready house with a good floor plan, because it's very hard. Most of the townhouses are tiny matchboxes. I live in a matchbox. So sad, but point is that it's like I think South Bay is one of those changes, where it was like a 3 bed, a 3,300 square foot. It's fantastic. Um, okay. Can you make a video on Damac Island and Dubai South near the new airport, and also about flipping? Because these are so many brokers saying that buy three or four, flip two, and take one after 3 years. That's actually okay. Flipping is hard. Okay, flipping is really hard. I'll tell you who can flip in this market. Okay, the only person who can flip is someone who has a big network of investors. I'll tell you why. Let's suppose you pick up a really good product. Okay, let's say Damac Island. I've picked it up at 2.6 million. Okay, I picked it up at 2.6 million. Now, after 3 months, you'll find 10 ads on Dubizzle selling it at 2.6 million. Somebody would have taken it at a discount, would sell it at 2.55. I don't know why people are ready for 2% profit. There'll be 2.7, there'll be 2.8. You'll find this entire range of ads. Now, if I have to sell that at 3 million, it can't be someone local. It has to be someone based, I don't know, in US, Mexico, Europe, who just needs to park their funds. So only a person with a very wide network of investors, or takes that product, goes for a roadshow. There's somebody who wants to buy something and sells it over there, and that person has to sacrifice his commission. You must understand, because if that investor is willing to invest for 3 million, would have bought anything from this guy, right? But he has to make sure that this investor is taken care of and that investor is taken care of. So that's the only way to flip. There's no other way. Very few agents in the market will be able to flip at this stage at these prices. Um, Christian Andrew D'Souza. I've heard a lot of great things about Dubai Creek Harbour. What will the ROI for an apartment that faces the skyline and address? Another community interest me is Masar and Sharjah. See, I think I've sold a very large portion of the Dubai Creek Harbour in 2021. I went mad. I loved the area. Okay. Now I've taken a step back because when I was trading in Dubai Creek Harbour, the two beds were on 2.4 million full water view. Um, one beds were around 1.6 million. Again, with a good view. There are very few one beds with a view, but you need to choose those, right? I was having a very beautiful discussion with this investor one day. We are discussing with the type 6 in Creek Waters 2, which had a creek. That was one of those rare one beds that had a creek view and a creek tower view. Floor plan 6, and there was a floor plan 2 in Arlo, type 2 in Arlo. So now the two beds are at what, around 4 million dirhams. I'm the two, one bed is around 2 million dirhams. So how do you make profit? Is it so you need to assess these things? Sumantha and Masar in Sharjah, brother. Sharjah is Sharjah. Sharjah has its own audience. Okay, it's an end user zone according to me, um, and that's all I'm going to talk about it. Abu Dhabi, on the other hand, is something that I'll definitely study. In fact, today 6:30, I have a meeting with a potential partnership with somebody who we'll discuss about Abu Dhabi because a lot of action happening in Abu Dhabi. Now, Sumanta Panda, dear Mohammed, please advise Bingati Skyrise Business Bay. Is it wise? It must not be please advise. Sumanta, um, let me put it this way. How do I put this across? Sumanta, um, if you could see, some developers, okay, you should assess, you should go check the reviews, like how are they performing, how's the construction quality, how are the tenants happy, what are the rental values. If you can get something better in, if you can get a better opportunity. Sumanta, Benghazi is one of the richest Emirati private developer. Okay, apart from Damac. So I'm not going to pick anything negative about Benghazi on a public platform. So let's. Airpro, I heard Russell Core industrial evacuation notice and that plot belongs to Imar. Is that true? I don't know about the plot belonging to Imar. I know about the evacuation is true. I do not know about the plot. I don't think the plot is owned by Imar, but yeah. Want to know your opinion? I invested in a two-bed townhouse Verdana, built up around 1,000 square foot, total built up, and total built. Okay, my unit is close to the exit. Mainly went in because of the price, 1.34. Is Verdana the reportage one? I see. I don't do business with reportage. Um, brother. Rafiq Damda, do you see any reason not to buy Damac Island for beds? I don't see any reason. I think it ticks most of my boxes. It's out of a master plan, decent floor plan. The amenities look good. I think from next phase onwards, the developer will increase the price. It kind of ticks most of the boxes. I think it's a decent price for a four bed. Salam Zohaib, any update on Sydney Island? Any effect on the prices there out of Winkler license? Of course, see, Sergi, we both have invested in the Senior Island. So we both are technically bullish on Senior. Expo is doing also well. The next phase is being launched. We are doing absolutely fine. We're good. Viru Kuchur, what are your thoughts on Dubai Islands Island B? I think Viru, there are some locations in Dubai Islands that comes too close to the flight path. I don't know if you've seen this video of mine where I'm standing at this plot, and literally there's a project launch in that, and it got sold out as well. And the flight, it felt like it went just over my car, like, and I've actually recorded that, in that video of mine. You should check out that video. And as long as you're away from that flight path, you're okay. Now, Dubai Islands has this one teeny tiny concern. Okay, teeny tiny concern is perspective. Okay, and I cannot change perspective. So I had some European clients of mine saying, it's opposite the data, it's cheap area. Now, I cannot change the mind. So this is something I've learned from Dubai real estate as well. If someone has a perspective about this, um, and so Palm Jumeirah has a perspective. It's for the rich and luxury. So that scares me a little bit. But the fact that there's a not private, there's a public beach over there is definitely a very safe component where we can presume a decent appreciation and good rental return. It will always hold value, but this one thing really does bother me, that perspective of the European clientele. Because see, when you're buying an expensive apartment, and I'm considering trading, the Europeans, the Americans, the British are a very big. When you're looking at beach, also they're a very important demographic, especially if you're looking at trading. Um, okay, Manba. How about Elites 3 by Danny with JVC? I'm from India. I can invest max 725,000 dirhams only. Do you get property for 725,000 dirhams in Elites? If you get a studio for 725,000 dirhams, I think it's okay, Manba. Um, how Christian Andrew, how great is Dubai Creek Harbour as an investment considering in its close proximity to downtown, but without all the hustle? But Christian, okay, I'll give you an example. Christian, I had a client. He was a billionaire. He was from Germany. He supplies electricity to the German government. Okay, so he has his own wind farms and solar farms. Okay, he owns 20,000 hectares of land. I don't even know how much that is. Okay, how much 20,000 hectares of land is? I think that's the size of like. Okay, point is, he came. He fell in love with Dubai. This guy is unbelievable. Like he's, I think, close to 65 years old, but and he had more energy than me. Okay, so he came with his girlfriend. Okay, after observing the whole of Dubai, he chose Dubai Creek Harbour to live in. So he bought a ready one bed or two bed. He bought a ready one bed in Palace, and he moved in because he loved Dubai Creek Harbour. Another example. So I had this family from the UK. So husband, wife, two kids, nanny. They were living in Royal Atlantis. They didn't like Royal Atlantis. They moved to Address Grand Dubai Creek Harbour, and they love it over there. Okay, they love it. So that's Dubai Creek Harbour. There's a certain population, a certain elite population. I met Baba Sehgal in Dubai Creek Harbour. It's a good thing. He's also moved into Dubai Creek Harbour. So I think Dubai Creek Harbour is definitely, that's the power of Emar. That's the power of community. People just, and that's the power of vibe. So I've been having this discussion about vibe with beautiful couple from the UK. So they also want to invest. They love Dubai. So we were discussing how important the vibe of a location is. JBR has a vibe. So if you're investing into a new community, you need to make sure that the community has that vibe. Now, Dubai Creek Hub has definitely passed the vibe check, and hence it will always hold value. Um, Rizwan Ahmed, what do you recommend in selecting the right four-bed islands when it comes to in first place? As you know, it's difficult to get a lagoon facing four-bed. Is it single row overlooking landscape? See, Rizwan, that's a tough question. The selection of unit is really tough. In all honesty, I have to really. So what I do is I look at a master plan, I start circling units I'm interested in, and then I submit that to the Damac people. I tell them, listen, these are the only units I'm interested in. If it's anything else, don't even contact me. Don't even bother contacting me. These are the units I want for my investors. If you give it to me, great. So we have a very clear plan. So what I do is I sit with the master plan. There are a few units, basically privacy. It can't be someone looking into my house. It has to be something interesting, close to the landscape, single row. Privacy is key because a family wants ideally a beautiful house in a community with privacy. So if you focus on that, it could help. Can you Bingati started total around 3,000 units on the time of that's huge. What are your thoughts? Air Pro, I think you clearly know my thoughts and your answers there in your question. 3,000 units. I think this was one of our major concerns when the new launched Oceans. There were like 1,600 units. Same thing. Aldar had launched this Nikki Beach and Rosso. So there were like 1,200 units, and it was just this one pool. And I was like, oh, So you answered your question, Airpro. Good job. You're MZing. Madi Baksh, can you talk about the address brand and specifically if the new address resident Dubai Creek Up is a good investment? Address is a beautiful, powerful brand. Okay, it always holds demand. But Madi, most important thing before investment is numbers. So I make these Excel sheets, right? So if a two bed is 4 million dirhams, we need to estimate what are the potential rental values, what are the potential value it could reach to. Like somebody asked me about Ima Beachfront. So I could send you some reports, Madhi. If you connect with me on Instagram, now I have my website. Please go to mohammedzohaib.com. Please do send me a hi, and I'll send you across some reports. I'm gonna have a section called reports where you guys can just go and search for the reports, and you'll see my sort of numbers and comments and yeah. Sayed Shah, what's the next must-buy Seaview beachfront project we should consider? Palm Jebel Ali. When they come up with the marina, that's my next buy. That's my next thing I'm really looking forward to. Palm Jebel Ali. Apart from that, Dubai Islands, I want to see this Ellington. Like I said, Ellington is coming up, but Ellington is so expensive nowadays. But I'm really excited. Monday, I'm having a very serious session with Ellington about all their projects in Dubai Islands. So I'll be looking at that. Apart from that, I think we have a plan, right? We're going to take a break till at least June. We're going to take a break till June, and after that we go back. Boom, 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 boom. What are your thoughts about BMW developer project on rapid payment plan and 2,500 rupees graphic? A, it's not BMW, it's BNW. Um, B, um, I have no comments on that because it's again I don't want to speak negative about anybody. I think we should speak in private, and I think investing in a brand is very important. I've always mentioned this brand value. See, now someone told me the address, right? So when you come to Dubai, when you're saying, okay, I live in the address, it sounds cool, right? Okay, because people like that. I'm staying in St. Regis. I have investors come in, they're like, oh, Zohaib, book me the St. Regis. I live in Marriott. Okay, the US people love Marriott. I'm living in Marriott. I'm living in an EMAR community. I'm living in Arabian Ranches. I'm living in Dubai Hills. So brand is a big thing in Dubai. So I think if you stick to a bigger brand, it's a better idea. Let's put it this way. Um, Rafiq Damda, how is the reputation of Shapurji Palanje contractor from your views? Rafiq, Shapurji Palanje is one of the best contractors in the world. Okay. If you see their floating bridge in Dubai, it was phenomenal, right? The floating bridge in Dubai, the project is beautiful, right? But it was sad that the Imperial Avenue project took a very long time for handover. But see, again, when I got into Imperial Avenue, I only invested in the products that were on a 20/80 payment plan. Means my investors put in only 20% of the value. We entered the market when the market was between 2005, around 2,500 to 2,800 dirham per square foot. So I am safe. I am safe. My investors make money. I'm safe. Now, then they jacked up the prices. They started selling towards 4,000 dirham per square foot. I backed off. So it all depends on which point of time or what's the trajectory you're going to invest. When the product hands over, of course, it's beautiful. I mean, right next to it, Navni is developing in front of that. So on one side, Navni is developing Waldorf residences. On the other side, Fairmont is coming up. The prices are again really high. But this product, the view is phenomenal. You get full Old Town and Burj Khalifa view. That's another thing I've done. I've invested only in those products, full Old Town and Burj Khalifa view. So these are fail-safe products. And as a contractor, they're phenomenal. One of the best contractors in the world. Phenomenal contractors. Um, What do you think about uh, the potential capital for residential products in Expo City now that one bed is sold at 1.9 million plus and two beds at 2.5 million with less attractive payment plans? Tattoo Expo, I think, see, the villas are fantastic because very limited supply. Um, and I think the villas, and I know that Al Nabuda is constructing them, so high quality, beautiful floor plans. And I like that whole concept of this, like a sanctuary vibe, so vibe, really vibe really matters. The apartments, I think it's a phenomenal opportunity. Initially, especially with that 5 year post handover payment plan, it was a phenomenal opportunity. Expo City is going to be a very successful project. Now, when you enter, maybe you might not feel that same vibe, but we must always understand that once all the apartment buildings come in, uh, the commercials, Emirates, most of the cargo functions have already moved. The Siemens has moved over there. There are a few of the big Fortune 500 companies that are moving into Expo City. So then you must imagine it's an entire world in itself, right? People would have moved in. The companies have moved in. The world's biggest, I'm sorry, Dubai's biggest exhibition centers over there. Most concerts are going to happen over there, so it's going to be a very lively, fun place. I think Expo City is a beautiful investment, 100% safe, beautiful, good to go. But the one bed at 1.9 million is a bit too much. Okay, so that if you're an end user, go for it. One bed, see for me, any one bed anywhere, anywhere, anywhere. For one bed is at close to 2 million dirhams. Go into it if you are an end user. If you're an investor, do a bit of due diligence. Um, yes, Verdana's reportage properties. I don't know if it was a wrong decision because of a family agent heard of a couple of negative. I wanted to know your opinion, Verdana. I know, Priyanshu. That's all I'm going to say. I don't do reportage. There are a few developers I just don't work with. And I don't want to speak ill about anyone on social media because I could go to jail for it. because but that's all I'm going to say. I just don't work with a few developers. I try to stick with big developers because I can't afford loss. I cannot afford loss for my investors. I think that's about it. Okay. So Aaron White, hey, love your videos. I'm thinking of entering Tilal Al Gaf at 1650. Aaron, you can't go wrong with Tilal Al Gaf. Tilal Al Gaf is just Tilal Al Gaf is love. It's beautiful. It's if anything can compete with Dubai Hills, it's probably Tilal Al Gaf. So you can't go wrong with that, Aaron. Oh no, wait, but wait. Tilal Al Gaf, right? You're not talking about the Gaf Woods. You're talking about Tilal Al Gaf, right? So Mahdi Baksh address residences in Dubai Creek Harbour was selling for 2,000 and 2,980 per square foot. Is it a good investment? It's ready in Jan 2029. What do you think it'll do by then? Mahdi, when you're investing close to 2,900, 3,000 dirham per square foot, it's close to the peak, Mahdi. Um, it's tough. Okay. Address in downtown has the potential to go towards the address. We have seen Skyview going towards the 5,000 dirham per square foot. No, that's not gone actually. It's see address downtown also. Address Opera is at lower 3,000 dirham per square foot. Um, so so Mandy, I think at 2,900 dirham per square foot, basically you need to be a little careful. Okay, especially if you're an investor. If you're an investor, I think again you should study a little more, look into, do some comparative analysis, make an Excel sheet, or I'll send you some reports of Maddie, where we can compare which product to go ahead with. At that price, Maddie, you see, I love Emar. Okay, I love Emar. At that price, Maddie, you can consider products like Valley or Avina. Avina is a beautiful product at 4.3 million. You're getting a house that's almost like an independent villa. You should look into that, Mehdi. Okay, Sumanta, please advise your opinion about the Danube Business Bay going on project. My God, why do I get people asking me about reportage, Danube? Sumanta, you're going to get me into trouble. Sumanta, I've been looking at offices in Business Bay. So I love this area called Bay Square. I like it. I don't know why I like it. I like it because my gym's there. It's a nice vibe in Bay Square. So I was looking at offices. So I was looking at office in Omniath One. So Omniath One basically faces the plot of Bay 101 and 102. And I saw the plot, and I was like, I'm trying to think of a diplomatic answer. I see it's Business Bay is a great location. Okay, it is a great location, and don't expect a view. Okay, because I've seen a lot of developers. They really change the renderings. Okay, and it's going to be okay. Sumanta, that let's put it this way, it's going to be okay. Basima Ramesh Babu. Hi, how are you? Long time. Can you update progress of my investments? Basima ji, really long time. Let's have a conversation. Yes, your investments are doing. See, we invested at the right time. Basima ji, now if you can see, we are actually discovering Creek Harbour touching 3,000 dirham per square foot. When we entered the market, we bought it at 2,200 dirham per square foot. Basima ji, so we're doing really well. Lubo Ambrose. Hey, what do you think of Canal Heights in Business Bay? Canal Heights, Canal Heights. Is it worth investing for Airbnb, considering that in 2027 the works on air will be finished and there'll be too many offers? Yeah, I think it's decent, Lubo. I think Canal Heights is a decent project. Umar Amin, bro, how do you think Farm Gardens 2 and 1 compare? And who is the contractor of Farm Gardens? Farm Gardens 2 is one of the best products in the market. You can close your eyes and invest into it. Look, 6.1 million dirhams, 8,000 square foot plot, 7 million, 10,000 square foot plot with EMAR. It's a no-brainer. Farm Gardens, close your eyes and invest. And you'll bless me in when towards handover when the price is double. Farm Gardens is close your eyes and invest. KDXP. I feel Dana Bay is better than Sinia Island. Price was too good to miss. Dana Bay, the prices were definitely good, 100%, but the quality of construction of Sinia is unbelievable. So now think of this Chinese billionaire coming. Okay, think of a Chinese billionaire. He wants to live in a penthouse or he wants to live in a nice ultra luxury villa, and he will, okay, of course Nobu is definitely an option. When the penthouse in Wind Casino will be an option, address penthouse is going to be an option. But then when you look at villas, where they're going to go, they're going to go on their nice luxury yacht to Sinia Island, to one of those beautiful villas. And so that's how it's going to work. Okay, so Air Pro looks like uh r- look like rack like JVC. The casino is like Air Pro, I love this guy. He's really cool. Kind of like resonate. Our wavelengths resonate. Yes, yes, yes. Do you understand what he said? He's like, you know, uh, the word the rack is like the Wind Casino is like Circle Mall, and the rest is like these different products around JVC. Because that's the thing. It's a private developer who's just like given different plots, right? And every plot is going to look different. Some people argue saying that that's the Las Vegas vibe, but I'm like, that's why I like the whole idea of city. A very small, ultra luxury, focus on quality, natural island. So, okay. Shapurji Palanji is the contractor for Palm Jebel. They'll up the game. Of course, Shapurji Palanji, they're one of the oldest contractors in the world. Like I said, they're one of the best contractors in the world. You can't go wrong if you hire a contractor like Shapurji Palanji. Uh, Adnan Sami. This is the Adnan Sami. Okay. I have a two-bed in Jules by Danube. Presently rented for 100,000. Should I keep it or reinvest in some other project? Jules. I'm thinking, Adnan, at what price to buy it? Like, how much ROI are you making? Depends on how much ROI you're making. If you're making close to 10%, keep it. If you're not making 10%, sell it. So, Medibucks. Last question from me. When do you think the main creek tower will be announced by EMA? Mehdi, sir, the Creek Tower has been announced by Alabar. He has officially announced that, he's just extensively working on the design. He wants Burj Khalifa to look like the king. And so when people look at the Dubai skyline, he wants Burj Khalifa to look like the king and um, Creek Tower to look like Marilyn Monroe, a classic, beautiful queen. That's his concept. And okay, I've got 4 minutes left. Sorry. And the Creek Mall is going to be one of those first electric malls in the world where you can drive your electric car through the mall and have that enhanced experience. Okay, so it's been announced. And see, unlike Burj Khalifa, it's not residential. So it's going to be like the Eiffel Tower, where there's just this restaurant on top, a viewing deck. It's going to be this beautiful tower. So it's been announced. He's officially announced it's happening. Answer. And Mehdi, you can ask me any questions. I love your questions. So you can ask me any number of questions. Aaron White, yes, thanks. Willem Tilal Gaf of Plan Reset. Aaron White, you can't go wrong. With Tilal Gaf, you can't go wrong. Again, another product. You can close your eyes and buy a Tilal Gaf. You'll be fine. Mocho 17. What do you think about Address Zabil? Mocho 17, Address Zabil was one of the best investments. Whoever made that, again, if you especially got like a Burj Khalifa or Russell core view, of it was one of the best products. The pricing was unbelievable. Address Zabil. I mean, look, your neighbor to one Zabil, one of the best buildings in Dubai. Another investment. Eyes close and buy. Address Zabil, you could have closed your eyes, not by especially, but not like a lower floor facing the road. No, a nice unit with a nice view. You're doing really well. Nikhil PC, I would like to make an investment in Frank Miller Marina, a one-bed corner property with golf view is coming 2.3 30/70 payment plan. Is this a good investment? Can we expect a decent appreciation? No, you cannot expect a decent appreciation. And golf view. Do you know that the golf course is in Emirates Living District and that's the Montgomery golf course? Why do people say it's not a golf course view? It's probably building view, road view, city view. So, no, a one bed 2.3 million. No, it's not. How can a one bed 2.3 million be a good investment? A one bed at 2.5 million you can buy in Jumeirah Living Marina Gate, which is the best building in one bed. In 2 million you can buy a 4-bed townhouse. I don't know why. I mean, 2.1 million you can buy in Marina Cove, Emar. Okay, I understand the 30/70 payment plan, but seriously, are you going to pay such a big price just because of the 30/70 payment plan? I mean, that 70% you only have to pay, right? And do you think what price do you assume to sell it at? A 2.5 million, are you planning to sell a one bed to somebody who's going to pay 70% of that at the time of handover, including the premium? You got to be realistic, man. Rafiq Damda, I learned most of Dubai real estate tricks from you. God bless you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's the plan. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a beautiful book, for all my experiences. So I'll announce it next month, but I plan to actually, that's the idea. I want to give value. That's the plan. Dana Villas, I know K. Rahul K. Hi, Zohaib. I love your content, man. Never been to Dubai, but considering it in the long term, can you talk a little bit of how estate management, building management works once you get handover? We see you can find a company like, for example, our company as well. That's one of our divisions where there's asset management, and sure, we can sit down and we can understand asset management. Okay, so I think that's a wrap. It's 5 o'clock. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that. Thank you.